the Schmo with the pro, with the number 13th ranked UFC Flyweight. She's 9-0, 4-0 in the UFC. King Casey O'Neill here in the flesh. Xtreme Couture, Las Vegas, Nevada. How we doing?
I'm doing great, always excited when I jump into fight camp, and we're starting this one strong. I feel great.
Fight camp's officially started. UFC 276, Jessica I.
Yeah, I'm never going to say no when they offer me somebody up the rankings. I did expect to get somebody a little bit further up the rankings, but Mick seemed to love this fight, and I wasn't going to say no.
She's the number 12 gal, you're the number 13 gal. She used to train here at Xtreme Couture. Any overlap between the two of you two when she was here?
No, I think she left a long time before I came here. She's been a couple of times, but never really training here. I know there was some issues with her here, so I'm looking to, make sure that Xtreme comes out on top in this one.
Exactly. Now you're coming off a big victory against Roxanne Modafferi. Obviously, she retired. That post-fight interview, you became the bad guy. What's up with that?
Well, I was just being myself, and if people like to think that I'm the bad guy, then I guess I'm the bad guy. That's my personality. But lucky for me, I think everybody hates Jessica I more than they hate me, so I'll end up being the good guy in this one.
And why is that? Because it's the weight cut issues?
She misses weight, she pulls out a fight, she doesn't pay people, from what I've heard. A lot of conspiracies there, but I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, we don't have to get into too much detail there. Now talk to the Schmo for a second, though. Most significant strikes thrown in a 3-round fight. You own that. You had the war cry. What do you want the legacy to be known as? Because obviously you're climbing the ranks in a very talented flyweight division here in the UFC.
Yeah, I just want people to look back at my career and, respect my skills. And I want to look back and know that I had fun and I, performed to the best of my abilities. So the war cries, the post-fight speeches, the record-breaking performances, they're all here to stay. I'm going to keep building on that and build my name and become the best flyweight there ever was.
There it is. So obviously you're an up-and-coming name in this division. There's another one in Alexa Grasso. What do you make of her performance lately? And do you think you two are on a collision course?
She looked great. I love Alexa Grasso, so that would be a great fight if that was to happen for sure. And, see who comes out on top in that one.
And obviously the pay-per-view before yours, UFC 275, Valentina Shevchenko, the number 1 pound-for-pound female fighter in the world. She's got Taila Santos. What does Santos have to do to upset Valentina Shevchenko? Because Valentina Shevchenko, she's been going through the gals that are the contenders that are fighting her as of late.
Yeah, Valentina is an amazing fighter, and she's always, looked unbeatable per se, but it's going to take that one person to beat her. And I think if Taila can get her game, going forward, hit her with some big power shots and maybe even get her back or something, she can finish the fight same way she did with Joanne Calderwood.
And obviously, do you want to be the one that dethrones Valentina Shevchenko? Is that something that you have on your bucket list?
Yeah, I'm hoping that Taila Santos doesn't actually win this fight so that I can be the first one for sure. That would be an amazing feat, but, I got to just go as fast as I can go, and if Valentina keeps fighting at the same time as me, maybe someone will take her off first. There's a lot of good talent in the 125 division coming up, and Taila Santos is very talented as well, so we'll see what happens.
But what are the weaknesses that Valentina has? What do you think it's going to take to dethrone her?
Everybody makes mistakes in fights, and if you can pressure somebody into making a mistake and you can capitalize on that, I think that you can win against anybody. We've seen her make some mistakes in the past and people haven't been able to capitalize on them, but it's going to take one person to do so.
What's the best advice champion Israel Adesanya has given you so far throughout your career?
Well, my last fight, he saw me warming up out the back and then obviously watched my fight, and after my fight he said, if you can be who you are at the back in the cage, you're a world champion. So I guess it's just, finding who I am and being able to show that out in the cage with no nerves and, showing the world what I can do, I guess.
That's high praise from a guy like him who's one of the best to do it right now and of all time, you can say as well.
Yeah, for sure. Israel's someone that I really look up to. He did it the right way. He didn't go into the UFC too early. He made sure that he covered all his bases before he got in there, and he's looked incredible as well. And if I end up being a champion, I'd love to be one like Israel Adesanya.
There it is. Now, what's it like sharing mats with Strickland? That's a crazy guy. The Schmo's heard him say you're the female version of him. We can't sense it during this interview, though.
I hate that comparison. I wish Sean would stop saying that to people because it's not at all true. He's one of the craziest people that I've ever met in my life, and
Schmo can second that.
I avoid him as much as possible on the mats. That's all I'll say there.
And can we get a final message for all the King Casey O'Neill fans out there worldwide?
Yeah, thanks guys for all the support. Sorry I didn't get a finish in my last fight. I'm back to my finishing ways July 2nd. I will finish Jessica Eye for you guys.
She's the pro. I'm the Schmo here at Xtreme Couture. We're out.